you so much. How about if we could hear from Richard Devnick with the classical guitar? I have that right.
Hello, thank you. My name is Richard DeVink, and I'm the treasurer of the Carmel Classic Guitar Society. We are a nonprofit, and our mission is to promote the classical guitar and its repertoire through live performances. We have performance-based programs as well, and we also have informal gatherings where our members get together and we just talk about the classical guitar and perform for one another. Terrence Farrell is one of our members of our society as well. So shout out to Terrence out there. So anyways, we have a program called the Healing Guitar Program. And what it is music therapy and entertainment that we have provided in the past to facilities by being on site at senior care facilities and hospitals, the hospice, the Monterey Hospice, and all of these different places. We provide music therapy through live performance. Well, obviously with the pandemic, we haven't been able to visit these facilities as we have in past years. So I've created a video. It's an hour-long video, about 55 minutes in length, but it needs to be circulated to these different facilities. And each facility has a different means of showing it. Some of them have smart TVs, in which case it's real easy. They can go to YouTube, find the video on YouTube. Other facilities, maybe not so much. Maybe they just have a regular TV with a DVD player, in which case we would have to send them a copy in the form of a DVD. So what we need are about 2 students from CSUMB to create a database of those facilities, their phone numbers, contact information, and how they would show this video. And the students would also be required to do a brief follow-up survey as to if the videos were shown, and to approximately how many seniors or patients in the facility. So that's basically the job. And anyways, I do have 2 students, and this is where I might have a question. I have 2 students in line who'd be interested in this. And I'm wondering, I haven't filled out the form yet. I need to do that today. I understand there's a form that we need to fill out.
As a partner?
Yes.
Yeah, so what, I have your name, and we've got 3 brand new partners coming on board, and I just haven't hit the send button yet. You're gonna get a link that says request to initiate a partnership, and it's pretty kind of self-explanatory. When you click on that link, you're gonna start a profile. And then from there, we're going to send you the contract form that you'll fill out. There is going to be a little bit of a time lapse in terms of when those forms get processed versus when students might be ready to serve. So what I would say is, if you have something that is very time sensitive, that's say happening next week, let's say you're like, I need to start orienting students to what's what next Tuesday. They could go ahead and start with that orientation while we get your paperwork finalized.
Okay, very good.
That sounds like a really great, just a great service. And, all the things that, that sort of fell away or fall through the cracks with shelter in place, like people not getting their visits in terms of music. That's really cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I do have a question on that.
Sure.
Does Richard and the 2 students need to wait? Do the students need to wait to start filling out the forms?
The students do need to, they can fill out a short-term agreement. If you're only going to work with those 2 students, we could do it as a short-term agreement, but it would be much better if we could just make them a partner. So could we have this conversation offline in terms of like timing? Okay, great.
When I meet with my class, I want to let them know what they can do.
Okay, yeah. And again, things are just, especially with new partners, there's a little bit of an onboarding process. Thanks. Tish, community builders. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tish Salmon with Community Builders. We've been partners for virtually, I think, 3 years by now, and we love working with service learners. As a matter of fact, that's a whole foundation of our organization. Currently, we have 6 past service learners and recent CSUMB grads that are still cornerstones and actively engaged in our activities, which are many. As community builders, we really are looking at ourselves as a catalyst in a community, a Center for Community and Civic Engagement, specifically focusing around volunteering and connecting with meeting needs in the community. And certainly there are a lot, and it's different with so many virtual opportunities, or not opportunities, but needing to work virtually. It's a little more challenging than when we were able to work in the field. Anyway, what we're doing right now, one of the projects we have going on is stories of community building and resilience during this time, recognizing that this is really a historic period of time, COVID, fires, et cetera, et cetera. We have a team working on collecting stories of people working at doing inspiring things, organizations shifting what they do to meet the needs in inspiring ways, kind of as that spark of hope and inspiration for others in terms of taking action. So examples are All In Monterey, if you've heard of that. It's been an incredible group of they are community organizers that provide a lot of support for families and individuals that need food, that need clothes, that need support from fires, from the pandemic. Monterey Masks, a mother-daughter who initiated the mask making project early on when nobody could find masks. You couldn't buy them, no one, including medical folks. They initiated a project of 8,000 masks in a month that got out to many of the medical providers. So we're collecting the stories, writing them. We need help writing, being story sleuths. We have students that are overseeing this project actually with support from staff. We also need the visual side of people that are comfortable with video or photo manipulation, so we can create our website, which we will showcase later on in this year and kick it off. On top of that project, we have other things that we're working on. We've just started looking at coordinating a whole calendar on service days and service opportunities as one-day opportunities as we cross-promote what other agencies are doing, what else is going on in the community that includes community engagement and volunteering. So we hope to be able to expand and amplify what's going on, as well as possibly create some projects on our own that we actually spearhead over the next couple months. My third area of focus is Volunteer Connect, which is basically our focus on connecting volunteers, promoting volunteer opportunities, learning to know about the community, all of the agencies and organizations that are active and looking for volunteers, as well as outreach to recruit volunteers. So that also includes social media, flyers, graphics, creative ways of reaching out to groups and organizations to inspire them to participate and to be able to answer questions. Lastly, within the whole mix, we also provide some training, and we can use a student or two that would be interested in taking a small topic and creating a video or presentation that we can host on our website. Last year, we had a service learner that learned a lot about our online portal for agencies to use to recruit volunteers, and he put together a presentation training for agencies that we can now use some of that to continue to bring on new agencies so that they understand how to use our portal. And we have a little bag of ideas. If we have the people that can take it on, we're happy to do that. And that's one thing. We work very closely. We work in teams. And but it's also we're looking for people that are self-sufficient and can work independently in this time, in this place. But we have some great interactive opportunities and support mechanisms, particularly students supporting students. In addition, I wasn't sure what we had, but our students from the last year and a half did put together a video to talk about their experience. It's instead of 90 seconds, it's 6 minutes, but I'm hoping to make that available for students interested in learning more about community builders.
Okay, thank you. Okay. We could hear from Gina Luke, the Girl Scouts.
Hello, so my name is Gina Luke, and I'm the lead recruitment specialist at Girl Scouts of California Central Coast. I'm also a recent CSUMB graduate. Our mission at Girl Scouts is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character to make the world a better place. I'm pretty sure you all heard about Girl Scouts, especially right now with our cookie sales going on. I'm looking for service learners to assist in our recruitment department. We hold virtual friendship troop meetings all through Zoom. It's bi-weekly, either on Monday, Tuesdays, or Wednesdays, and there's different grade brackets. Sorry, there's a big truck driving by. And we would have students build curriculum and then present it with the girls. So I'm looking for about 4 to 6 service learners. We can pair up service learners together. So we always have 2 people on our friendship troop meeting. So those 2 service learners would build a curriculum and then present it to the girls. We have a ton of different badges that they can choose from to teach. And the times, I can absolutely share all the times on at a different moment. But we also are looking for Spanish speakers as well. Our council covers from Santa Cruz County all the way through Ventura County. So we're a wide area that we cover. And we really want to hone in on our Spanish speaking areas as well. So that's one thing we're really looking for, but I will take anyone that wants to volunteer. Yeah, that's a little short and sweet of what we have. So I could put my contact information in and feel free to contact.
That would be great. And also a reminder, especially for people who are coming on new this term, didn't have service learners last term. If you haven't already, we've sent emails asking that you complete a survey that would write out just what you were talking about, Gina, including like there's a space for like how many hours or what are the hours, how many students are you looking for? So if you haven't filled out the link to the survey that asks for a description, it would be great if you did that, because that's what students will look at and look to see your listing. And also, if you haven't done a Flipgrid video, it would be great if you could do that as well, because sometimes students will skip the spreadsheet and just go straight to the videos. So I'll just put that out as a reminder, and I can also add those links to the chat as well as send them via email. But thank you. Let's see who else is. I feel like I'm now losing track of community partners. Is there another community partner? I think I saw Emily. Yes. Emily, thank you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm happy to be here. I love working with service learners. I'm Emily Gottlieb. I'm the education director from the Western Flyer Foundation. And our mission at the Western Flyer Foundation is to stir curiosity by connecting art and science in the spirit of John Steinbeck, Ed Ricketts, and their journey on the Western Flyer. So we're organizing 2 virtual events in April. There are 2 history slams. So for those of you who don't know what a history slam is, it's kind of like a poetry slam. So they're going to be these short history presentations all about local history. So there's one for students, which will be on April 24th, and one for the general public on April 10th. And so the opportunities that we have here for service learners would be, one opportunity would be to mentor and help middle school and high school students as they're preparing presentations for the Student History Slam. And we're asking for creative local stories. So they might be producing videos, they might be doing, a dramatic reenactment of a historical event. So it'd be sort of helping students to find resources and to develop those presentations. Then the second opportunity would be to actually participate in the General Public History Slam on the 10th. And that would be if there's a local organization or a local individual who has a history to be told, to sort of partner up with them, to work with them to produce a 10-minute History Slam presentation. And yeah, I think in general too, we're going to be looking perhaps for some support in the actual the day of the event, some tech support too. So that would be perhaps another opportunity there. So if anyone's interested, I'll throw my email into the chat. And yeah, you can feel free to reach out to me.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
And I'd like to invite Terry Segrist to talk a little bit about opportunities with your organization.
Thanks, Andrea. Welcome, students. We are always pleased to work with service learners. I'm the Recreation Director at the City of Marina, and our opportunities as we look towards this term, we have some website design. We're looking for someone that can help us design our website for our skate park. We have a new esports program that we're looking for some website design and helping us keep up our virtual recreation site. We have opportunities for those interested in putting an art project video together. With the art project videos, we put the art packet together, and you provide the video on the art project, and then we distribute the packets to our recreation youth, and then they'll go to your video and perform the art project. We're also looking for students that might be interested in putting some activity videos together for youth and seniors. That's always helpful and was very successful last semester. And some virtual program assistance. And then lastly, we're looking for some students to help us with our virtual performing arts program and our Guitars Not Guns program. Nice to see everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. Back to Andrea.
Okay, thank you. How about Sarah, Wahine Project?
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah from the Wahine Project. I'm the programs coordinator. What our organization does is that we help youth from different backgrounds build a relationship with the ocean. Usually this is through surfing, but this year we're actually adding snorkeling, and we're going to provide swim lessons as well for people of color. So that's one of the service learning projects that we'll need help with. For the swim lessons, I know we can't be there, but we need help on like the administrative side, and then just providing us like the energy and just ideas and how to move forward with it. Some other projects that we need service learners for is we do have a headquarters. It's fairly new, and we have this nice space that we would like to use so families can come, make an appointment and come and try to get out of the house. And they can come and do community crafts. So we'll have like different art projects for families to do with youth. So we need help basically creating the projects, thinking of what to do that's age appropriate, creating the directions, making it all kid friendly. And even if it's, if the directions are too difficult to follow on paper, maybe even creating like a video so they can follow along. Some other projects that we have in mind is we would like to actually translate our store website and basically any of the, like for the youth community crafts, like any of those directions all in Spanish. So we would like to have a Spanish translator or a few of them to help us along those lines. Some other things is helping just with social media. We use different platforms to get the word across, so any help on those forms would be greatly appreciated. Also, we want to create like QR codes. We have a store. And so instead of providing paper ingredients, we would like to create like QR codes for everything so they can just scan it and just have it easy accessible. And that's fair. It's basically it. There's a few others, but the main ones that we really need help with like are the community crafts, just because we wanted to do it every week. So we would need a new project almost every week or something along those lines. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and email me. My information is in the chat. And yeah, looking forward to working with you guys.
Thank you. And you're also a graduate, right? You're a CSUMB.
Yeah, I
Wow,
actually
yes.
did my service learning back in 2014 with the Wahine Project, and now I get to work for them. So it's kind of exciting.
Okay. Yeah. How many are there other partners that are former CSUMB alum? Yeah. And so know students that this is often, service learning is often a career of launch pad for many people. I see Leslie is on the call, and I think Leslie represents Youth Now.
Yes, hi. I'm going to be presenting a small presentation if that's okay.
Yeah.
So my name is Leslie. I'm a service learner student leader, and I work for Youth Now. And what I do is, well, I'll just present really quick. Sorry. Okay, perfect. Found it. Okay. So with Youth Now, it's located in Watsonville. I can go back to the video, but our mission is to is committed to engaging youth and nurturing community where they grow personally and academically through the after school program, which is Youth Now. The core values we do is respect, integrity, excellence, collaboration, and community. So the service opportunities we have for service learners is if they are available Monday to Thursday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So an hour of between those times and those days. So what you will be doing is tutoring 6 to 12 grades in classwork from all subjects, including math and English. And for high school students, they have AP courses, so you will be helping them with that. The requirements are a background check, which is actually through our page with the cost of $15. And you will have to require an orientation with the staff member to go over, how it is, how it works, and like your the resources you may need. And if you are interested, you can contact me. I'm also going to be able to put my email in the chat. But I have another quick presentation. Are you able to see this one or the other one? Because I might have to switch.
I'm able to see that. I don't.
Is a different presentation?
It looks, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a different one. I can see it.
great. Because sometimes it doesn't switch. So basically, our Youth Now, we were able to do a recap of last semester since it was our first semester doing virtual tutoring. And so we were able to match 25, actually we enrolled 39 service learners, and we held about like 130 middle school and high school students. So we were able to match a service learner with the student to meet twice weekly to support. And the majors, we accept like all majors. Some of the majors that have helped are business, mathematics, psychology, computer science, liberal studies, biology, and all of the majors that you see. So overall, we were able to complete over 1,000 hours. And this is just like the overall experience that service learners had with us this last semester. And so, for example, that they enjoy tutoring the students at Youth Now. They were able to make connections and relationships and just help the student. There was also like, of course, because it's a virtual situation, like we did have some technical difficulties, but we were able to still support the students. And for Youth Now, they actually have the site open, but unfortunately we're not able to go. But that's where the students, middle school and high school students, are able to have internet access or computer. And so it's still open, which is why as a service learners, you will be just tutoring them virtually during those after school hours. And there was a lot of experience that many service learners gained. And we were awarded 2 different awards last semester, which we are really proud of. And yeah, like it's just a really great opportunity for you to gain service working with a middle school or high school student. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I will be putting it in the chat right now. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Is there another community partner on this call that I have missed? And I'll apologize in advance. Is there another community partner that would like to present that I've not called?
Yes. So Juan Sanchez, also a faculty for the Service Learning Institute. He's actually in class right now. However, he sent me an email with some information that he would like to share. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all, let you know about the organization that he's currently working. Actually, the founder of Palenque Arts. Palenque Arts is a multicultural arts organization whose mission is to educate, inspire, and transform the community of Seaside through the arts. The organization was founded in 2015 by a committed group of artists, educators, and community members who recognize the urgent need for multicultural arts and music programs and events in the city of Seaside, especially for the youth, and envision the creation of a multicultural arts center. So the organization is Palenque Arts, and they're currently looking for this is the opportunities that they have available. They're looking for 12 teaching assistants for virtual arts, music, and dance courses, specialized knowledge of specific instrument art disciplines, choirs, virtual arts, hip hop dance, digital storytelling, filmmaking, Zumba, ballet folklorico, piano, violin, guitar, ukulele instruction, and audio production. Looking for 2 social media assistants and video editor marketing assistants. Looking for 1 person to help in the production assistance for special events, and 1 person to help out with nonprofit management assistance. As you see, the positions do ask for a knowledge of areas in the specific volunteer or service learning opportunities available. And if you have any questions, I'll go ahead and I will put Juan Sanchez's email on the chat for you to contact Palenque Arts.
One thing I would add to that is that if you are in the arts or interested in visual arts, one of the people working very closely with Juan is a muralist by the name of Paul Richmond. And so he, the section about the teaching assistants, you would also be working with a really excellent painter, muralist, fine artist, Paul Richmond, if you were to go there. I'm gonna quick share my screen because we did have a partner that couldn't make it, but wanted to make sure that I showed their video, and it's a great excuse for being able to also show you where you're gonna go to look for all community partner videos. So here's the Service Learning Institute, our main site, CSU /service. Let me close all this stuff. And if you go to our website, you'll see right up at the top, view Service Learning Community Partner Introductions. And so if you click here, this is the one of several sheets that students and faculty have access to community partners. So if you haven't already, feel free to, we invite you to create a 90-second Flipgrid video, and they appear, as soon as we get them, we have to make them ADA compliant. So we YouTube them and closed caption them, and then we put them on this spreadsheet. And so you'll see some of the folks that you've heard about already, Wahine Project, here's Palenque Arts, and there's the website. Richard jumped right on it, created a Flipgrid about the Classical Guitar Society. Actually, there's two that I could show. Real Industry Video, this is a brand new partner. And so here's an example of, and I just would like to feature it because it is brand new. And so it'd be good to.
Hi, my name is Humaira Fasiuddin, and I am the Chief Designer here at Real Industry. We are a nonprofit that brings college students access to fields in art, music, entertainment, and technology. We have a spring lineup of challenge-based programs for underserved students throughout the nation. We are looking for a college intern who can help us through social media reach lots of students throughout the nation to take advantage of those learning opportunities and access our deep bench of professional mentors from companies like Spotify and ByteDance and Take-Two Interactive and Dolby. We would love someone who's very organized, who doesn't mind working remotely. And we are a very active remote team, distributed throughout the nation, even when it is in a pandemic. So we're looking for someone who's willing to learn lots of new and really passionate about underserved populations pursuing high growth careers. Thanks.
So that's just one of many examples that you'll find on this worksheet. And the person who wanted to make sure that you heard about her opportunities is in this area of environmental and natural sciences. And so that's my other reminder to those of you in the arts or creative writing. Know that you might find a service site and a community partner that would be really appreciative of your skills who's not in the arts. And so here's an example of the Pacific Grove Museum of Natural History. And they are also, she had planned to be here, but got pulled away.
Hello, my name is Julia, and I'm the volunteer coordinator at the Pacific Grove Museum of Natural History. Our mission is to inspire discovery, wonder, and stewardship in our natural world, and we're looking for 4 service learners who are passionate about the environment and nature to help us this quarter and work with us. We're looking for 2 students to work together remotely to develop curriculum materials and digital assets to go with our new Changes exhibit. It would be helpful if they had skills in app development, and experience with curriculum development would also be a plus. Next, we are looking for someone to help with outreach and education in the creation of digital materials like flyers and virtual outreach. So this person, it would be great if they had experience with Publisher and or Photoshop. The third position we're looking for is a social media and outreach service learner, helping to create digital content for our museum's social media page in the form of informational graphics, flyers, and more, and experience making graphics, utilizing social media, and a passion for natural history is important. So if any of these interests you, feel free to reach out to me at maddenfolk@pgmuseum.org. That's MADDENFULK @pgmuseum.org. Check out our website at pgmuseum.org, and we look forward to working with you.
So again, very science focused, but if you've not been to the Pacific Grove Museum of Natural History, one of the things that will jump out at you, they actually draw upon a lot of science illustration students to help create their exhibits. So if you're in museum studies or if you're an artist, again, check them out. It might be, even though it's got the science focus, it's also very much of an art focus. So it might be something of interest. And again, these are all of the videos that we have. We will constantly upload them as they come through. And so, take a look, and that way you can also put a name to a face. Tomorrow we'll be meeting with our social service and community advocacy partners. And so join us then. And there may be some of the folks that you see here may also decide to come back. So let me stop sharing there. I know we're close to, we've got 10 more minutes left. Let me pause and let me see if there's just any general questions, especially from students. Do you have any questions, either for a specific partner or a general question for service learning that you'd like to ask? So students first, any questions? Any questions for our community partners? Did you hear anything that you wanted to ask more about?
Hi, from Terry, you were talking about like oh my gosh, you were talking about arts projects and you didn't really like explain what they were about. I was wondering what those were going to be focused on.
Sure. When we do art videos, what has been very successful in the virtual realm is that we put art projects together. So it may be as simple, you know, as putting together, for example, Valentine's cards or something related with Valentine's. And the student puts together the art project, gives us the information on the art kit. What do we need as far as art materials? And then we prepare a video, and the video is placed in our active recreation, virtual recreation center. Then we provide the art kits to our students or our recreation folks, youth that are in our programs. They come and pick up their art kits, go to the video, and then they put together their art piece. It's been very successful. The art kits have been a really good opportunity, not only for general art types of activities, but for the holidays. Did some real special ones at Halloween and Christmas. And it's a very creative opportunity for service learners who have an art background to build an art project. Very simple. Tell us what the art kit looks like. We put the art kits together. You put the video together. Our students come by and pick up their art kits through drive-through, and that's kind of how it works. It's been really successful. Hope that was helpful.
It was. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great question. Any other questions as we were moving close to 1 o'clock? So if there are no other questions, I just want to end by saying a little bit about kind of addressing the question that you asked, Terry, in terms of if students are ready to go, what's their next step? So once you've found a partner and you've talked to the partner directly and you've talked to your professor, and so it's good on all ends, you're then going to be ready to register your placement. I'm going to fly through this in the interest of time, and all I can say is for students as well as faculty, watch the website. For Thursday and Friday, we will have drop-in hours. So for students that are ready to go ahead and sign up and register, please come on Thursday and Friday because we can help you with that. Starting next week, we will have our student office hours will be Tuesdays and Fridays. And so those are also times you can drop in between noon and 1 to get assistance. We'll also have faculty and community partner office hours at a separate time. But just to quickly say, all of your forms you're gonna register online through this database known as MySLP. You will find the steps to what you need to do on the student page. And so step 1 is what you're at now. You're kind of identifying a service learner site. We do suggest that you create a draft learning agreement, but once you're ready to go, then you're going to be at step 3. You're registering your site on MySLP. This is a fuzzy screen that basically is a reminder that you're going to sign into your dashboard before you log in. This is what your screen looks like. If you're a student, you're going to see your name, you're going to see your course. And if you don't see these things when you go to register, you're going to contact us. In terms of forms that you're going to be filling out once you get into this database, let me go back very quickly. Here's your course, but you're going to be clicking on this green button to start the whole placement process or registering process. One of the forms, there are 2 essential forms that you're going to be completing online. You're never printing anything or sending anything. You're going to sign an online waiver of liability. you're going to do that. You're also going to create a learning agreement. And I think I've got a slide out of order. Yeah, so, and you're also going to create a learning agreement. Now, this is a draft worksheet that you have access to via the website, but when you go to log on to MySLP, this is exactly the form that you're going to see. If you're doing a short-term agreement for a brand new partner, you're going to see a box further down that says, is this a short-term agreement? You're going to click yes, and that's going to take you to another set, a different set of forms that you're going to complete. But the one thing you want to remember, if you're a student or a new faculty, everything is online. You're not going to be printing anything or sending anything. Everything is done through the database. Once you've registered your placement by filling out, again, this waiver of liability and doing your online learning agreement, you'll see a screen that says that you've been placed, and you'll also see a button that then prompts you to create a time log. And this is what your time log looks like. So I just go through this really, really fast. I don't expect anybody to remember it all, just so that you know for sure that everything that you do in terms of registering is going to be online. And once you fill out what you need to fill out, hit submit, your professor as well as the community partner will be notified if it's something that they need to sign. But I'll stop there because, again, I know it's a lot of information. And again, if you are already ready to register, then you'll want to come by Thursday or Friday of this week, and we can walk you through the process if you like. If you're, and you can also come to ours next week. So with that, I think we're right at 1 o'clock. So are there any burning questions, any questions that you have that you kind of don't want to forget, so you want to ask now? Feel free. And if not, I just want to thank everyone for coming. Many of you have come multiple times. I know Terry might need to leave, but this is his, I think, second presentation. Emily, I think it's her second or third presentation. And so thank you, community partners, for coming to meet as many students as possible. And I know Jordan, she's been on a couple of presentations as well. So students come to as many as you can, because this is how you'll put names to faces and get to see what's available. Same thing with JP, good to see you again. And so with that, have a really great day. And if you're still looking for service opportunities, join us tomorrow at noon. Thank you.